respond to those scandals.
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shift it.
The family involved in that now famous TV interview is now talking about it in new interviews with the Wall Street Journal and the BBC. Professor Robert Kelly is his name. He was talking to the BBC live on Friday from his South Korea home when his two adorable kids walked in on him. Kelly's wife burst through the door to salvage the situation. Charlie Daggett is in London with a story behind the video. Charlie, I can't get enough. Good morning.
Neither can we. Good morning. Live TV can be tough enough, even when there are so-called grown-ups in the room. But the perils of working from home with two young children made a sensation of Professor Kelly and his family. If you're not among the 86 million views this clip has had so far, here you go. Another Skype interview. It had been a long day, and he forgot to lock the door. In marches 4-year-old Marion in full swagger. Just as he tries to maintain some control over Marion and his composure, 9-month-old James waddles in.
I would be surprised if they do.
And in slides Kelly's wife, Jung Kim, doing everything in her power to corral the kids while trying to duck out of the shot.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. Sorry.
The live BBC interview quickly went into the internet stratosphere, the melee triggering a whole slew of memes and copycats. Like the one featuring Press Secretary Sean Spicer, President Trump, Ben Carson, and Kellyanne Conway. Fodder for late-night hosts.
Like, this is why I love kids. No matter how seriously you take yourself, kids will mess up your Sure, your dad can say, I'm going on the BBC, but the kids are like, no, we're going on Ellen.
The U.S. professor's phone blew up, and he suddenly found himself inundated. Finally, he did a follow-up with the BBC.
I was just hoping that my wife would eventually see it and maybe find some way to sort of run them out of the room. You know, my daughter, she walks in doing her little dance, which I think suggests that she was sort of comfortable coming to see us. I don't want them not to come into my home office. That's what this space is. But on the other hand, I mean, I can't get much done if they're always coming in and out. And so it's kind of it's a tension. It's one of these sort of work-life issues.
And I think one of your children...
Kelly said he was worried the BBC might not have him back. But now he's happy his family blooper has brought some laughter to so many. Professor Kelly said Marion was in a hippity-hoppity mood after celebrating her birthday at school that day. And says his wife deserves a medal for her valiant efforts. And Norah, he says, yes, he was wearing pants.
Yes, he was wearing a pair of jeans, I think he said.
But the funny part is little Marion's hippity-hoppity move. That's what starts it so funny. And then the wife coming in to try to grab them the way she did. Very funny.
The Wall Street Journal has a great story on this as well. And afterwards, his wife feared that he would never be asked to be on television again. They were like, oh my gosh, what a disaster. He apologized to the BBC, and now, of course, they're YouTube stars.
86 million hits.
Yeah, they were fascinated. You can see the look on the dad's face like, this isn't happening, this isn't happening. But this turned out, you said it started out wrong, Norah, but turned out great.
Turned out great.
Really good way to put it.
Charlie Daggett, thanks for that wrap up. The slide is still my favorite on the wood floor with the socks. All right.